first doctor you see after a crash. I cannot tell you how important this choice is. Who you choose as your first doctor after a crash and why matters. It can be summed up like this. Listen carefully. Just like a good attorney knows the law, a good doctor knows the medicine. But a great doctor also knows the law. Just like a great attorney also knows the medicine. Here's what normally happens. You go to an emergency department, and what do? Well, they look for emergencies. In other words, what will kill you? What do they have to worry about right now? You get a couple of x-rays, maybe a couple CT scans if you're lucky, and you're discharged and told to go see your primary care doctor. In the emergency department, they don't care if you have a spinal facet injury, a ligament sprain, or even many ligament tears. Spinal disc herniations often ignored unless it's impinging on your spinal cord or a nerve and creating an emergency need for surgery. That's correct. Even disc herniations are discharged out of the emergency department all day, every day, and are told, see your primary care doctor for follow-up. Why? Here's why. If it's not going to kill you, it can be dealt with as an outpatient. That's how the emergency department works. I know. I'm a board-certified emergency medicine physician, and trust me, this is exactly what goes on all day, every day. Worse yet, injuries are often missed. In the immediate period after a crash, your adrenaline is up, you're tense. Yeah, there may be one area that hurts worse than another if you fractured something. That's called a distracting injury. And often your body and even your emergency medicine doctor will focus so much on that distracting injury because it becomes the biggest area of concern, that other areas, other injuries, they're masked, they're ignored, they're missed. So in the middle of the chaos of being in a crash, you're injured, you're stressed, worried, and then guess what? You're seen and discharged. Maybe given a few pain pills, a few muscle relaxants, and told, see your primary care doctor and follow up. All of this with a very high likelihood that very important injuries have been missed, simply because they weren't going to kill you. So then, next step. You call your primary care doctor, and they tell you, we'll see you in 2 weeks. It's not that they don't care. It's just that it doesn't seem like it's that important. And then when you finally get there in 2 weeks, you're told, well, this is probably some sprain strain. Here's a few more muscle relaxers. Take some ibuprofen or Tylenol, and it'll get better with time. Why? It's because primary care doctors are not experts in musculoskeletal care. They care, and they're very good at many things, but this just isn't their main area of focus, so they give it time. Now, is this all making more sense? The first doctor you see in the emergency department is not going to get the job done fully in evaluating you and identifying all of your injuries. Worse yet, they're not going to have a care plan for them specifically. So the first doctor you see outside of the emergency department must do the proper steps. Your health depends on it. Missed joint injuries, missed facet injuries, missed tendon tears or ligament tears, these are injuries that are serious. They cause accelerated arthritis over your life, and none of us want arthritis any earlier than we already have to get it. Missed disc herniations, for example, or small disc herniations that simply aren't treated in the emergency department, those will worsen over time, sometimes over months, sometimes over years. But they all worsen with age and time. It's for these reasons that the earlier your injuries are diagnosed and fully treated, the better off you are. The earlier your injuries are treated by specialists who deal specifically with that type of injury, even better. The long story short is this: early treatment equals better outcomes. Your health is at stake. The next thing that's important about the right doctor first is the documentation of your injuries. This is critical. The documentation in your medical records establishes a baseline that will be referred to by every subsequent medical provider who sees you, as well as the insurance companies that look at your file. The failure of the first doctor to mention that shoulder pain, or to mention maybe an area where you had a bruise because it didn't seem all that important. Later, when that injury turns out to be more serious, that shoulder pain becomes a torn supraspinatus tendon. This is going to put you in the position of not having had medical care for some period of time, that delay in care. And it's also going to make your insurance company believe that that injury didn't happen from the crash. When the injuries are not listed in your medical records immediately after the event, they're often claimed by the insurance company to be pre-existing. So now you understand why I said a great doctor knows the law as well as the medicine. You also now understand why I said a great attorney knows the medicine as well as the law. Accurate, thorough, and timely documentation is pivotal to your health care, your health outcome, and your legal case. This sets the baseline for your recovery, physically and financially, and both are important. You're able to assist your doctor with this process by doing the following. First, seek care promptly. Don't let any delay occur between your injuries and seeing a physician. Second, communicate openly. Make sure you tell your physician everywhere that hurts. and why. And next, be thorough in your explanation of your conditions. Don't be shy. Some people don't want to sound like they're complainers, so they don't get it all out there. Don't be shy. And finally, ask questions. Make sure that you understand your conditions and that your doctor is addressing all of them. Don't be afraid to ask that question to make sure your doctor really gets it. I hope this helps. I'm Dr. Joseph Ramos. I'm a medical doctor and an attorney. If anyone understands why seeing the right medical doctor first, why that first appointment is so important, it's me. If you like this or this was helpful, please make sure to comment below. Send me questions. Based on your questions, I answer more of these with future talks, and I enjoy doing this for you and the community to make our world a better place.